If the Three Gorges Dam ever fails, the flood wave would be taller than buildings and reach cities hundreds of kilometers away within hours. But here's the part no one talks about. I'm talking about this now because over the past few years, satellite image surveys have been quietly tracking the Three Gorges Dam, and they reveal something unexpected. The dam wall shows a slight but measurable deformation, a subtle bending across its length. Not a crack, not a failure, but enough to raise serious questions among engineers about long-term stress and pressure. On its own, this doesn't mean collapse, but when you combine it with the enormous volume of water the dam holds, even small structural changes can increase risk over time. To understand why this matters, we first need to understand why the dam was built, how much water it actually holds, and what would realistically happen if that pressure were ever released. This is the Three Gorges Dam. Stretching 2,335 meters across the Yangtze River in Hubei Province, China, and rising 181 meters high, it is so immense that it contains enough concrete to cover an entire small country in over a foot of solid material. Its sheer scale is difficult to comprehend, and its presence a constant reminder of both human ambition and the fragile balance between civilization and nature. The Yangtze River itself is a force of nature. Originating from the glaciers of the Tibetan Plateau, it flows more than 6,300 kilometers to the East China Sea. For centuries, it has nurtured agriculture, powered transportation, and supported millions of people. But it has also been a deadly threat. Before the dam was built, flooding was a recurring nightmare. In the 20th century alone, catastrophic floods in 1931 and 1954 claimed millions of lives and displaced tens of millions more. Entire villages disappeared underwater, and the devastation reshaped communities. China needed a solution capable of taming this river, something no one had ever attempted at such a scale. Construction of the Three Gorges Dam began in 1994 and continued for 17 years, finally becoming fully operational in 2011. Over 40,000 workers labored at the site at the peak of construction, moving millions of tons of earth and rock and pouring over 28 million cubic meters of concrete. This colossal effort was not merely about building a barrier, it was about controlling one of the most volatile water systems on the planet. Engineers had to consider the river's seasonal floods, sediment load, and the possibility of earthquakes in the region. Every decision required precision, foresight, and innovation, as even a small miscalculation could compromise the structure's integrity. One of the most fascinating aspects of the dam is the reservoir it creates. When full, it stretches over 600 kilometers upstream, inundating valleys and forcing the relocation of more than 1 million people. Towns, schools, and entire communities were submerged, leaving only memories beneath the water. Modern satellites allow us to observe the dramatic change in the river's width and depth before and after the dam's construction, offering a stark visual reminder of the human and environmental impact of taming such a mighty river. The dam's primary purpose is flood control. By regulating water flow, it protects millions living downstream in cities like Wuhan and Chongqing. Its enormous spillways allow excess water to be released safely during periods of heavy rainfall, preventing the river from breaching its banks. At the same time, it serves as the world's largest hydroelectric power station, with 32 turbines producing up to 22,500 megawatts of electricity. This amount of power supplies industries and households across central and eastern China, reducing the reliance on fossil fuels and contributing significantly to the nation's energy grid. Despite these benefits, the potential danger posed by the Three Gorges Dam is real. The structure holds back an astonishing volume of water, over 39 billion cubic meters, creating a reservoir with enough stored energy to cause massive destruction if suddenly released. Engineers have carefully designed the dam to withstand the immense water pressure, but extreme scenarios, such as unprecedented rainfall, seismic activity, or structural fatigue, could test its limits. In such a scenario, a wall of water could travel hundreds of kilometers downstream, engulfing cities and villages along the river's path within hours. The dam's scale is both its strength and its vulnerability. The engineering behind the dam is extraordinary. The structure incorporates multiple layers of concrete, rock, and steel, reinforced to handle both hydrostatic pressure and seismic forces. Spillway gates, designed to release excess water, work in combination with turbines to ensure the river remains manageable, even during extreme floods. The turbines themselves are marvels of modern engineering. water flowing through them turns massive rotors, generating electricity, while simultaneously reducing downstream pressure. Every cubic meter of water passing through the dam is carefully calculated to balance flood control and energy production, a delicate choreography that must be maintained continuously. Monitoring systems throughout the dam provide real-time data on water pressure, structural integrity, and environmental conditions. Sensors embedded deep within the concrete track stress and movement, ensuring that engineers can detect potential weaknesses long before they pose a threat. Despite these measures, experts acknowledge that no structure can fully withstand the unpredictable forces of nature indefinitely. Earthquakes, landslides, and unprecedented rainfall events are wildcards that could challenge even the most robust engineering designs. The human cost of the dam is immense. Over 1 million people were relocated to make way for the reservoir. Entire towns were submerged, cultural relics and historical sites lost beneath the water. Compensation and resettlement programs were implemented, but the upheaval affected generations, forcing communities to adapt to new lives far from their ancestral homes. The scale of this relocation effort is staggering, comparable to moving an entire small country and rebuilding it from scratch. This human story adds a layer of depth to the engineering achievement, reminding us that every structure of this magnitude affects real lives in profound ways. In addition to flood control and electricity generation, the dam has transformed river transport. Its locks allow ships to bypass a height difference of over 100 meters, opening a previously challenging section of the Yangtze to commercial navigation. Massive cargo vessels can now travel upstream safely, supporting China's booming economy and facilitating trade within the region. These improvements demonstrate how the dam simultaneously serves as a protective measure, an energy source, and a critical transportation link. Yet, the potential consequences of failure remain ever present. Historical examples around the world remind us that even the largest dams can fail. The Banqiao Dam in China in 1975 collapsed during a typhoon, releasing billions of cubic meters of water and killing hundreds of thousands of people within hours. The Three Gorges Dam, with its much larger volume, represents a disaster scenario orders of magnitude greater. Engineers continually model these potential scenarios to understand how quickly water would travel downstream, which areas would be impacted first, and how evacuation procedures could be implemented. This level of preparedness is essential, but underscores the stakes involved in managing such a colossal structure. Environmental impact is another ongoing concern. The dam has changed the flow of the Yangtze, affecting fish populations, sediment transport, and the ecology of the river basin. Scientists have noted that slowing the river's flow contributes to sediment buildup, which can alter habitats and affect water quality. The sheer mass of water in the reservoir also exerts a subtle influence on the Earth itself. Some studies suggest that the redistribution of such enormous water volumes has a measurable impact on the planet's rotation, although the effect is extremely small. Nevertheless, it's a reminder of the extraordinary scale of human intervention on natural systems. Despite these challenges, the Three Gorges Dam represents a triumph of engineering. Its combination of flood control, energy production, and navigation support makes it one of the most important infrastructure projects in human history. The scale of the effort in materials, labor, and technological innovation is unmatched. Every aspect of the dam, from its spillways to its turbines, was designed with precision, tested against extreme scenarios, and built to last. Yet the human ambition that created it must always contend with the unpredictable power of nature. In the coming years, monitoring and maintenance will be critical. Engineers must continue to assess the structural integrity of the dam, manage water levels carefully, and anticipate the impacts of climate change. Rising rainfall, more extreme weather, and seismic events are all potential threats that could stress the structure beyond its designed capacity. Don't forget to subscribe and tell me in the comments, next video should be on which topic.